Everybody, welcome back to Off the Wall. I'm Mike. Welcome to another review of another episode of The Mandalorian, episode 7 of season 3. This was an excellent episode directed by Rick Fukuyama, who give that man a fucking Star Wars movie already. Before we get too far into this, though, hey guys, let's have one. Let's have one for Paz Vizsla, huh? Woo! Oh yeah, the good bourbon. Man, what a heroic ending. That guy went out like a fucking champ. This is one of the best episodes of this show. This was a great episode. Grogu having a mech is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of, and I loved every second of it, and please never change it. The action set pieces were excellent. The clear world building, story world building we're doing with this secret council of evildoers, this Legion of Doom for Star Wars we've got going on. Name dropping Thrawn, clearly setting up for whatever we're doing with Ahsoka when that comes out in August. Laying breadcrumbs, laying the groundwork for what's coming next. Excellent. Excellent storytelling. I love the kind of Blade Runner-esque opening we had on Coruscant at the beginning too. That was very cool. But this siege of trying to retake Mandalore was excellent. Absolutely fantastic. Meeting these kind of like weird vagabond Mandalorian survivor pirate dudes. It was like Mad Max Mandalorians. Just Bo-Katan having this moment of humility of like, no guys, like we lost because I surrendered. Like I've essentially been like living in like self-induced exile because I'm the one that surrendered Mandalore to try and save it. And then I was betrayed. I should have just fought him. I should have killed him. I didn't. I was trying to protect my people. I won't make the same mistake again. We have Din coming to Bo-Katan and saying, I will follow you to the grave. Like you have my sword and my bow and my axe and my Grogu. It was wonderful storytelling. This is the kind of stuff that got people into the Mandalorian in the first place. I said last week, I liked last week's episode, but admittedly it wasn't my favorite. To follow that up with this episode only really serves to kind of point a light on all the things people didn't like about the last episode. I get it. I really do get it. It does kind of make last week's episode seem even like less desirable because this week's was so good. Because this week's episode was very good. And I'm very sad that we have to wait another week to get the conclusion of this part of the story. Currently, I feel like this season might end on a pretty heavy cliffhanger because The Mandalorian is known for being the show that does the thing. They do the thing. They typically don't waste a lot of time. This season overall so far, I feel like not that time has been wasted, but it's been mismanaged. I've enjoyed everything we've done. I feel like we've done it in a weird order. So, like with a lot of Disney Plus shows, I'm always apprehensive of season finales because they don't always stick the landing. I'm nervous about next week because last week's episode was such a departure. Depending on how long the finale is, now that we know kind of where we're going with the rest of this season, the one episode we have left, you know, kind of the worry has been like, oh, we don't really have like a looming threat. No, we've had a looming threat the whole time. It just hasn't been visible on screen. It's been the talk and the rumors of Moff Gideon escaping from capture, never making it to the War Tribunal. The influence, the fear, the threat of Moff Gideon still being out there has been there this whole season, even if he himself has not been on screen. But I'll be damned if every minute he was on screen this episode, he didn't command the fucking screen. That he didn't deliver an entire season's worth of menace and threat to the universe in a single episode. And can we talk about his Mandalorian armor for a second? Guys. Swag. drip, drip. Holy shit. That suit, that helmet was a choice that I back 1,000%. This was a hell of a Mandalorian episode. This was good Star Wars. And I'm excited for next week. I don't want to wait for next week. I'm a little nervous for next week. But the show has not completely let me down since day one. Again, last week was my least favorite episode. I still liked the episode, just not as much as I've liked others. So I still have quite a bit of faith in the show to nail it in the last episode. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little apprehensive. But I enjoyed this episode quite a bit. We got the name drop of General Hux's dad, and other characters that we know from Star Wars, and just again tying in things from the Clone Wars. It's very clear, because we knew this was going to happen eventually. We've got to start building out towards what was eventually the story of the movies in the sequel trilogy. That is coming timeline wise. That has to come soon. So I'm glad that we're starting to get towards where we're building that. You know, Project Necromancer sounds an awful lot like, you know, we're trying to, like, you know, bring back the dead, like maybe clone Palpatine, maybe. Just saying. So I loved it. I want more of it. And they get one episode left this season. I've enjoyed this season for the most part. Again, last week notwithstanding, I still like the episode. It wasn't my favorite, but this week's episode was excellent. It was mwah. It was don't mind the gloved hand, by the way. I have to edit all these videos, and I work with computers in my day job. My hand hurts, so this is helping. Excellent episode of The Mandalorian. This is going to be a long week waiting for the final episode of this season. Hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe. We'll see you guys again here next time on Off the Wall. Well